What is up, football fans? Big Al here, coming to you about 20 minutes before kickoff on Sunday, September 20th, 2020, with some NFL broadcast changes for week number 2. Now, CBS and Fox will shift their local affiliates in certain markets to other games other than the game that they were originally slated to air, according to 506sports.com. So I got all of this information off of 506sports.com, and here's the broadcast changes for week number 2. Starting off with the early window on CBS, which is coming up here, like I said, in about 20 minutes. The Broncos and Steelers game will now air in Seattle, St. Louis, Tucson, Anchorage, Lewiston, Iowa, and Yakima, Washington. So that means the major CBS stations like KIRO in Seattle, KMOV in St. Louis, and KOLD down in Tucson will now air the Broncos and Steelers at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Those markets were originally slated to air the Giants-Bears game, which we'll still have here in Phoenix. Meanwhile, the Spokane, Washington, and Mobile, Alabama CBS stations, which originally was going to air the Giants and Bears, they're now going to air the Jaguars and Titans in that early window. And then in the late window, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Greensboro, Winston-Salem has been switched to the Chiefs-Chargers game in the 4:25 Eastern time window on CBS. They were going to air the Ravens and Texans. Meanwhile, Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee, Amarillo, Midland, Odessa, Tyler, Texas, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Shreveport will all switch over to the Ravens and Texans game from the Chiefs and Chargers. Plus, the remainder of the state of Indiana outside of Fort Wayne will also be broadcasting that game in the late window on CBS. So that means WTTV in Indianapolis will now be airing the Texans-Ravens game at 4:25 Eastern Time. As for the broadcast changes at Fox, the local Fox affiliates in Cleveland, Casper, Wyoming, and Cheyenne, Wyoming have been switched from the Falcons-Cowboys game to the Lions and Packers. So they're still in that 1 p.m. window on Fox. So that also means that WJW Channel 8 will be airing the Packers game. WTIC Channel 61, which is the local Fox affiliate in Hartford, will be airing the Panthers and Bucks. They were set to broadcast the Giants, or not the Giants, but rather the Niners and Jets game. Meanwhile, WDRB Channel 41, that's the Fox affiliate in Louisville. They were originally set to air the Panthers-Bucks game. They have been switched to the Vikings-Colts game instead. And in Eugene, Oregon, their Fox station will now air the Niners and Jets. They were going to air the Falcons and Cowboys. And in a couple of markets in Ohio, Columbus and Youngstown to be exact, they're also switching games. They were going to air the Atlanta-Dallas game at 1 o'clock Eastern Time on their local Fox stations. Of course, in Columbus's case, that's WTTE Channel 28. They have been switched to the 4 o'clock game between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. So now, the local Fox affiliates in both Columbus and Youngstown will be airing the Washington-Arizona game as opposed to the Atlanta-Dallas game. Now, again, all of this information is up right now on 506sports.com. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check out the updated maps. Anyway, that is all for the Week 2 broadcasting changes in the NFL. Big Al signing off. I will talk to you later. Enjoy the pigskin, folks. Peace out.